I apologize for that. We're gonna get
You
everything.
look like a little Chinese man.
I know. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
We interrupt this program for the following messages.
Our screen kind of flickered a little bit.
yeah. For some reason, my video card must have wanted to take a crap there. All my monitors went black, and then it went back on. So we're going to have to wait for everybody to come back in. And if you're chiming back in, guys, right now, OBS crashed, and I had to restart. So
Maybe it's time to investigate Justin's house.
you're going to have to investigate my hardware because my graphics card is it's just good enough to run 3 monitors and run this broadcasting software and everything. I'm pushing it to its max.
Yeah,
So,
I use OBS for our broadcast as well. So I only use 2 because I tried 3 and it crashes.
yeah. So I need my first goal is to get a beefier graphics card, but in order to do that, I got to get a better power supply.
What do you run, a 65 or 95 watt?
It's like a 440 watt power supply.
Oh, you're running desktop.
Yeah. I got a Radeon RX 460, which is, it's not bad, but
Not bad.
to run 3 monitors, I prefer something much more powerful.
Yeah.
Now you know why I use old school equipment, because I haven't a clue of what you all are talking about.
Thank you, Ernie. I don't either.
We
Me
just
either.
went technobabble on him.
I still use baby powder and balloons and candles to investigate.
All that had nothing to do with the investigation.
Okay, I have a question. I'm sure Dave will know what it means. Terry Thomas asked,
Hey, Terry.
Terry.
Dave, will you go back in the cellar now?
Hell no. All right. Let me tell you a story here. All right. Again, I am not psychic. I am not in any way a medium.
He's a triple X.
I'm a wide load.
Wow.
Hey, Ernie. Terry is the co-owner of the Haunted Trails in Gettysburg. And he has a wonderful house that, first of all, has a mysterious tree on it. Whole nother story. I can send you pictures. We can't explain it.
We ain't got time for you to go find pictures
But anyway,
again.
So I went into his basement, and I had several of the kids who are sensitive, psychic, etc. So they kept getting a come back here, and at that point, I was hearing an over here, just a light voice. And I'm like, you don't hear that saying over here. And I'm like, they're saying over here, over here. And so one of the girls got up to walk over there. One of the other girls moved and kind of started leaning against my leg. And it literally, when she leaned against my leg, it sounded like somebody was talking like this in my ear. And it was saying, I'm over here. I'm buried under here. I'm over here. When she stopped contact with my leg, I started getting very nauseous. And I'm like, I got to get out of here. And it felt like my feet were in mud at that point. I couldn't move. It felt like something was like pulling on me. And I got about 3 steps out of the cellar, and I literally started getting ill. I mean, it was just, I was getting ill. Of course, everybody who was there on Facebook Live is running up to me, Dave, are you okay? And I'm like, "Blah." So, yeah, Terry, love you. No.
I'll go back in the basement. I think it's actually we did. I was on an episode of Keystone State Paranormal's radio podcast. Me, Dave, and Haley, who commented.
Dave Haney, not
Dave
me.
Haney, yeah, and we actually went live the whole entire 2 hours from that basement.
And Dave Siler was not there.
That's a very interesting place, though, to say the least.
Yeah, they actually have, on a flurb, and we can actually scientifically reproduce this. From the front of his property, if you take a picture, there's a tree in the back, straight up and down, glowing red hot. You walk up to it, it's glowing red hot. When somebody touches it, all the energy runs into them, and it goes green, cold as ice. When they let go, it runs right back into the tree. The problem with this is there's an entire forest behind the trees that all you see is this one tree.
I even spoke to an arborist about it, and
They couldn't
yeah, he couldn't come up with no.
logical
And
explanation.
to prove Dave's theory, not this past, but the bash in 2018, Ted and Cindy from Paratalk Radio went over there with Dave, and they did a little experiment, around the tree and with the tree, and it leave you scratching your head. I mean, we haven't figured it out.
Yeah, I haven't figured it out at all to this date. I mean, and you can go there winter, spring, summer, fall. It's always hot. I mean, that tree is burning hot, day or night.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and it is true. The funny thing, I got the FLIR pictures of it. If you go up to the tree and just put your hand on it, it all transfers into you. And as soon as you let go, it just goes right back again.
Yep. And you can see the color changes on a live FLIR when you do it.
Terry
It's
Terry
weird.
said it's still burning red. We just checked it out Saturday.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Val says, why haven't I heard of these guys before? I am loving their energy, and they seem to have a lot of footage and experiences with the paranormal. Awesome.
Because when I sent you a invite to
You
Paranormal
ignored
Inc.
us.
page, you never accepted it. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm teasing.
We're out of Maryland, but we,
Like, no.
we do everywhere from New York down to, we've been down as far as
I don't
Virginia,
know.
Lower Virginia.
I don't know where
So-
we're at half.
Well, this is what happened. Justin was like, we need some people, and I remember Ernie and I we talked about air fryers. You remember we were
Somehow it
talking about
always
air
turns to
fries.
food or pizza with me. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about, and then I kept seeing your stuff obviously pop up a little bit more, and then that's why I was like, because obviously I had to kind of creep on your Facebook page for a little while to see how authentic. So, but yeah, that's how it happened, Val.
Right.
Air fryers.
Yeah, we just now got them on the show. I book a couple months out in advance, and I do it every other week, so it's not like I used to do the show every week, but then it got too much.
That's like ours is every other Sunday.
week.
Yeah.
We
That's because of my work schedule, but it keeps it fresh, and you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It kind of
Gives us time to investigate in there sometime too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, yeah. We were doing filming for a full YouTube season, doing a weekly live stream on my blog page, and doing Necromancer every other week. And
Justin,
tell you what,
I got a good idea.
what's that?
think in the near future, after the winter's over with, I think the five of us ought to team up, get a good location, and broadcast a live investigation for an hour or two.
Yeah.
Okay,
There'll be 7 of us. There's
Seven.
more team
That's
members.
fine. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
five in interface death.
That's fine.
Because we're not going unless Josh and Derek can go.
Yeah. I think that would be because I think that would be cool. Team up and do a live investigation somewhere.
Sure, yeah, I'm game. It just
Absolutely.
the stars have to align.
Right.
If anything, we'll.
Well, you guys are planning on going to the Bash next year, correct?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Maybe
my
we can-
room's already booked.
We should do it then.
Yes,
All
I
right.
agree.
All right, let's do that. That's actually, yeah, okay. We'll do it then. We'll do it then. That'll work.
Cool.
So we can make sure that we're definitely going to be in the same spot at the same time.
All right.
And there's not like a few places.
And I mean, we're in one of the most haunted places there is. Yeah, Gettysburg.
there
yeah.
might be something haunted there.
Yeah.
Maybe
that'll
just a
work.
little bit.
Maybe.
It's the only town I've ever been to that if you go down the main stretch the word ghost is on every sign.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
know
I'm saying?
what though? I don't think even, just going up to have dinner or just to take a motorcycle ride, or I don't think I ever left Gettysburg where something hasn't had me scratching my head, even though that's not why I was there. I mean, it just happens,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a paranormal playground. It really is.
It is.
And the good thing is we're only hour and 15 minutes from there.
I
So-
wish it's 8 hours for me.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
Wow.
So I always dread the car ride. Now this year I went a day before we left and stayed down with Josh and Jess, so it'd only be a 4.5 hour drive
Mm-hmm.
for that day. So I drove 4.5 hours to their house, stayed the night, woke up, then we took off to Gettysburg, so I kind of split it between 2 days.
I think this was Jess. This was the first year I met you in person, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you come up to me and you said, Ernie, do you know who I am?
The look on your face was like, heck no.
I knew who you were.
He had a look sort of like a deer in headlights.
I knew who. Now, Missy, tell him how we met.
Lori walks up behind me with Ernie, and she goes, Miss. And I turn around and I'm like, yeah. And she goes, he says he knows you from somewhere. And she just kind of walked off like.
No, because I kept seeing you walk by our table. And I kept looking and I was like, man, I know that woman. Who is that woman? Man, I know that woman. And then finally, Lori Johnson was with me. And I said, Lori, who is that woman? And she's like, well, come on, let's go find out.
Did you recognize her from the internet?
I had to, yeah. It was somewhere along the paranormal realm, but I'm not good with names for some. The older I get, like, names are just somehow get away from me.
We call that senior moments.
Yeah.
Well,
but I didn't know you were on here tonight because when we were, I was like, hey,
So
you're
came up.
that lady.
He's like, I know her.
Actually, you're just like a man, because I did tell you that I would be on YouTube and Missy would be on Facebook.
Wait a minute, you lost me on that one.
Ernie, it's like me and you are in a relationship, just like me and Josh. I say something, but the male doesn't listen. I told you the other day when I talked to you real quick on the phone, I says, I will be on YouTube, Missy will be on Facebook.
But I didn't know.
No, you didn't click.
I didn't know that face was Missy. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Good cover up.
Right.
I speak slower to him occasionally.
Well, see, the way I put it to everybody else is my name is the polite. People walk up to me and they're like, Miss? And I'm like, yeah. And they'll ask me a question. And I'm like, okay. And I'll answer their question. And they walk off and I'm like, you don't know that that's what people call me. Like, everybody calls me Miss. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but when Jessica said who was going to be on here tonight, I knew the name, but I didn't know you were the name. You know what I mean? Anyway.
That's funny.
Gotcha.
I know you now.
You see him back there? He's back walking back.
No, it's an honest truth.
The mystery is now over.
It is. I know who that lady is. Once again, as I always say, with the paranormal family, it's, we're all out here researching, trying to find evidence. And, my personal, most sincere opinion is the paranormal family is the best in the world. And it's the ghosts that actually brought us all together.
Yep.
That's a cool way to look at it.
So I know who you are now. Next year at the bash, we need to get a photo together so we can plaster it all over the place. Like Finding Waldo. I found Missy.
That's funny.
I'm not hard to find.
Yep, she's usually laying on the ground trying to get back up.
No.
Justin, because you pushed me.
Yeah, if you see me like that, help me back to my bar stool, would you?
Just picking back up and sitting more.
I'm just teasing.
But hey, Justin, on a serious note, that would be awesome, man. Next year at the bash.
Mm-hmm.
One night, because that's why actually Steve and Pam changed the times this year,
right?
Because if you remember last year, it was running till like 8 or 10 at night.
10 and Sunday it was a little like 6 or something.
Yeah, and we would go to our rooms afterwards, and then we're back up and back at our booths at 10 o'clock in the morning. So they changed the time from noon to 6. That way we could all hang out and enjoy dinner or investigate. So.
Yeah, it worked out better, I think.
Yeah, that is by far all the events we do. That is just.
I got to give a shout out to Pam and Steve for all they do. Yeah. Oh my God, they are just awesome people.
They are. We love you guys, and thank you for Saturday. We really had a good time Saturday, as always.
You have to find us a non-crowded location too.
Just don't lose my coffee cup, please. What's that?
I ran out of coffee, guys. I ran out of coffee.
That's actually what
I need a bar.
Yeah, Val just says, look at Justin. He seems to be getting sleepy-eyed again.
I see the comments right in front of me.
You know what, though? I got one advantage on you guys, man. I'm a permanent midnight shifter.
Yeah. So he's good till like 4 a.m.
This is let's see, what is it? 2 minutes to 10? This isn't even lunchtime to me yet. So, you know what the funny thing is, though? Like, my wife's a pretty, normal schedule person. 9, 10 o'clock goes to bed, and I don't want to wake her, and I don't know what the hell to do with myself all night. So I'm creeping around the house at night like a burglar with a flashlight, walking around, because I have to be up all night to stay on my work schedule. So I feel like I'm either burglarizing my house or investigating it, because me and the dog's creeping around at night with a flashlight and outside walking around the property. And
You have gorgeous dogs.
Oh, my dog Stewie.
Mm-hmm.
He is Stewie's been with me 5 years. He was an abused rescue dog out of Baltimore City. They used him as a bait dog in a dog fighting ring. They would take him in and taunt the other dogs with him, get them to bite him so that they'd get in fight mode. Yeah. And I read he's such a sweetheart. Yeah.
I'm actually sending you my critters now. I have a dog and a cat. My Rottweiler was actually a rescue dog that was used as a bait dog for pit bull rings.
Oh, wow.
She has a huge scar on her back, but her name is Nosy Rosie.
That's what I used to call my kid.
Well, she.
That's what I call Dave. That's where he got the name for the dog.
That's funny.
She will stick her nose into everything, and she likes to pee every 5 minutes while we're walking.
Just like Dave.
Well, my cat is named Figaro after Minnie Mouse, because my older daughter works for the mouse down in Disney World. That way there's no copyright there. She works for a mouse down there. But the cat looks just like Figaro from the mouse's wife.
Justin, before you let us go, any last questions, comments?
Well, I was waiting. It's 10 o'clock. We got to wrap this up. What I want you to do now is plug everything that you need to plug. I have your website and your Facebook page in the video descriptions, but is there anything else you want to plug? Any events coming up? Anything at all?
Yes.
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, we'll just do this month. No, I'm not. No, I'm being serious, because it's October 12th. We will be doing a live 1-hour radio podcast followed by an investigation for the grand opening of Samuel Miller Mansion in, what the heck? I think it's Columbia, Pennsylvania.
And that's on our all this is on our calendar.
Right, and the links for the tickets are on our page. And then on the 26th, now this is like a one-time shot. There's a haunted residence we were called in to investigate. The house has just been sold, but we're going to investigate it prior to the people moving in, and it's open to the public.
And I just found out yesterday that the basement has not been opened yet. I'm actually doing a private investigation there myself with some group of people on the 5th, which we're going to open the basement live on camera to see what we find in there.
Right. And then, of course, we don't have an air date, but we were asked to be on episode 5 of Paraseekers. They are going to be doing a recreation of 2 of the stories that I've encountered, and then it's going to be like a 2-parter. That night, we will be joining those folks from that program to do a live investigation. We start filming that episode Halloween, but I don't know when it'll be aired yet.
But follow our calendar on paranormalinc.net. It has our YouTube channel. It has our Facebook page. Send us an invite. We'll happily let you come in. It is a closed group because it makes it easier to manage who's where.
Yeah, because we don't, like I said, the whole purpose
There's no drama.
The whole purpose is for unity, for people all around the country or wherever that want to share evidence or events or stories or just funny things. It's just we keep it closed. That way we don't have nobody sneaking in and, putting anyone down or putting anything inappropriate.
Yep.
Right. Well, I want to extend my thanks on behalf of the Necromancer Live Show and Interface Death. thank you very much for giving us 2 hours of your time. I know time is precious. Time is a valuable commodity, so thank you very much for coming on. You guys were great. I enjoyed every second talking to you folks.
Same here.
We're absolutely honored, guys.
Our pleasure.
Yes, it was our absolute. We were looking forward to this for months. And, you know, I solved my mystery of who that lady is, so I don't have to ask people no more. Hey, you know her. You know her. That was the first thing when you guys popped up. I was like, hey, I know you.
So, yeah, we'll count the days on the calendar to next Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, and we'll look forward to hanging out with you guys again.
We will have a location set up, okay?
Okay.
We'll have it all set up, and all you guys got to do is show up, and we will do maybe we can go live on your end and on our end, and you know, with everyone we're all friends with, who the heck knows who else will be on the investigation with us. So I think that would be good.
Robert Murphy says thanks to you guys. Everybody says thanks. You guys were awesome. They enjoyed the show. Just wanted to
Thank you.
Rob is one cool dude.
One love, you guys. One love.
Thanks for watching.
Well, I quickly have to say something.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Only because of the fact of you guys were my first people that I found to be on the show, and you guys nailed it, and I appreciate that. So thanks for not bombing. You actually made me look good.
Well, we didn't bomb because we're not drinking yet.
You don't need us for that. You guys are amazing.
Awesome.
It was an honor meeting you in person at the Bash this year, and we can't thank you enough for having us, and for everything you guys do, and for everybody watching and listening. You know, we're one big team. You know, everybody just
love everybody, man.
Keep the hard work coming, and let's figure something out someday.
Awesome. All right, if you guys need to go, you can chat. If not, you can hang out on the call. I'm going to wrap up the show, do the video promo ending, and that'll be that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So this has been an awesome show, guys. Please check out those links in the description. Go to paranormalinc.net. Check out everything. That's where you can get a hold of all their social media and all this stuff they put out there. Fantastic guys. We'll definitely be reuniting back at the Gettysburg Bash, do a whole bunch of stuff. It is just a great family over there on the East Coast, hooking up with people in the Midwest and surrounding areas. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting the show. We're going to throw up some links here. If you're not familiar with our work, you can check us out at www.interfacedeath.net. That's the hub of everything we do. It gives you all the social media. You can support us through Patreon and PayPal, but Patreon gives us a system so we can reward you and keep track of all of that, and we'll definitely go in a little bit more detail here in that in a sec. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We stream on Twitch. The Discord link down there. We definitely want to see you guys on Discord. You can get a hold of us real quick. Don't have to go through a social media platform. It's really, really easy to use. And the Patreon supporters, the people you see on this list, is what makes this show possible. Clay Borman, Scotty Fox, Katie Turner, RJ Murphy, Casey Schreiner, Jessica Bias, Paranormal Reporter, Joe Vitale, Heather Elliott, Betty Kegley, Cherry Capital Shadow Seekers, Kelly McConkey, The Ghost Guild. Thank you very much. Check out patreon.com/supportinterfacedeath. If you like what you see, if you like the stuff that we're doing, that's the way to support us. And I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much. Stick around for some video promos if you have not seen them during the break or at the end of our shows. We'll see you next time. Do you have that drive? That morbid curiosity to explore the darkness. Do you have what it takes to brave the night? You do? Good. Dead light. For those who aren't afraid to see what lurks
see you. What the fuck was that?
On Saturday, November 30th, take your journey into the supernatural into one of Ohio's most wicked jails. Built in 1889, the old Licking County Jail was home to its fair share of dangerous inmates, leading to 14 inmate deaths as well as 4 sheriffs. These violent deaths inevitably led to the closure of the jail in 1987. Join us for a night of history and an overnight ghost hunt you'll never forget. Your journey awaits.
This is Jason Bland, host of Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup, where we stream live as a webcast every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, with guests who will blow your mind. Live ghost box sessions where you can call into the show to see if the spirits will talk to you, and the world wide web of weird with the latest in paranormal news and evidence. We're bringing the weird every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
Something that I picked up prior on the photos that I've seen, I keep seeing a badge. It feels like some kind of tightness in the chest. So it feels like he possibly could have passed away from heart or lung issues. But I don't know if he was an officer here or some kind of badge. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, and it's just so overwhelming. It's just a lot of
Whoa. My camera just stopped. I just got a complete shutdown of my equipment.
My main story when I first started here, that's where I saw the mass, was in the basement doorway.
Showers in prisons feel weird. More happened in there than people getting clean.
Doesn't matter what floor you're on, what room you're in, you can get interaction. This is one of the most haunted locations that I've been to.
Just walk out of your cell. I'd like to see you.